So this product by the name can be a little deceiving, but I know where they were going with this.
Alrighty then.
What's happening, guys? Hope your day's going well. Today we're going to review Universal Animal Test. We're going to go over the ingredients so you know what you're putting in your body, and we'll go over the effects on this bad boy. If you're new to the channel and you like stuff like that, hit that subscribe button. Love to have you along for the ride. So jumping right into this, getting it out of the way, we're going to get into the dosage first. So this is a 21-day cycle is what this is supposed to be, and they say you can take this for 42 days. You can literally take this for longer if you wanted to. There's nothing really harsh on a hormonal level on this at all that will jack you up taking this straight for 42 days or running 2 cycles on this thing. And the only thing on this is there's a few things we got to go over because it has ARA in it, arachidonic acid, and some people can react a certain way and get some incredible or an incredible side on this thing that will leave you unproductive. But we'll get into all that. I'm going to put the ingredient profile right in front of me. It says 21 packets. This particular one had 2 extra packs in it, so it was 23 packs. And we'll get right into the ingredients here. We got the supplement facts, pro-androgen complex, 2,500 milligrams. We got stinging nettle. Now, stinging nettle has no studies on increasing testosterone, but this has some benefits with the prostate. It also has some benefits with the conversion of test to DHT. So DHT is that hormone that if you are genetically kind of ungifted to respond with hair loss to it, this can create hair loss, DHT itself. So this actually reduces DHT, the conversion from testosterone to DHT. And in the prostate side of things, it helps with urinary tract flow and all that stuff. It helps with benign prostatic hyperplasia. So it's a really good ingredient on the health side of things. It's not going to affect any hormones, though. So no hormones. Then we have ceasis in here. So I'm not going to even pronounce the second word there, but this is saturated with testosterone. So this ingredient's been around for a long time. PE Science, I believe, is the original company that came up with this ingredient and actually extracted it 20 years ago. It had to be 20 years ago, maybe 15, but I'm almost sure it's 20. And that's actually right around the time they came up with the guy who owned it was a chemist, and he came up with arginine nitrate, I believe. I believe it was him. And that was way before high tech took him over. That was back when Jack 3D, the pre-workout, really hit. So this ingredient here actually has some benefits with bone health, so bone density, joint health, and tendon recovery. This also helps with lowering cortisol levels because it's an agonist to glucocorticoid, which is something that actually raises cortisol levels in the body. So controlling cortisol levels is a good thing. It's like ashwagandha. So if you have high cortisol levels, it's going to affect you gaining weight. It's going to affect your hormone levels and quite a few other things. Then we have Japanese nutweed. So Japanese nutweed actually is a good source of resveratrol. I'm trying to say that right. And this is an ingredient that has phytoestrogens in it. So what phytoestrogens are going to do is they're going to attach, they're very chemically similar to estrogen in the body. So the function of this, the theory is that they're going to attach to the estrogen receptors, and they're going to signal to aromatase saying, hey, we're full. No more turning testosterone into estrogen. So it's supposed to help, possibly give you more of an androgenic effect and also lower estrogen impact on the body, which will help with the kind of water retention and stuff like that. Then we have fenugreek seed, which, for those of you who don't know, only has 1 or 2 studies that show that it increases testosterone. And that's because of the phenusides. But what this ingredient does is it has a big impact on glucose metabolism. So I take this ingredient, and when I was taking a supplement after training, my glucose levels seem to be more towards the regular side of things. So I know it does work as far as that goes. As far as the testosterone increasing, I don't know. But 2 studies. It's enough. It's enough, right? Okay. Hesperidin is the next one. Hesperitin. So we have hesperidin, which is an orange flavonoid from citrus. And then this is extracted from hesperidin. So this is hesperitin. And hesperitin actually helps with increasing AMPK and actually sending out second messenger signals to increase cyclic GMP and CAMP in the body. So this is going to help mobilize lipids and carbohydrates and help them enter the bloodstream to be used as energy in the mitochondria. There's a few other things that this thing has. The flavonoids in this thing, I believe there was a couple studies where it does have the ability to increase testosterone levels in the blood. Also, the chemical transformation, which is the aromatase effect of lowering estrogens. So this does have some hormonal benefits to it. I think it was only a few studies that they did on it, but we'll see how the impact is. I'll give you guys the effects on this thing. Then we have yohimbine extract. This is from the bark. So this is not yohimbine. This is not alpha yo. This is the whole bark. I'll tell you how this thing hits. So for those that want to get rid of that pill, it's the white pill in the bunch, the full white pill. So this literally, I don't know if you guys know this, but alpha yohimbine has shown in a few studies to increase free testosterone. This also has some benefits with the alpha receptors in the body and also some of the beta receptors to release fatty acids into the bloodstream for energy production. Then we have the hypertrophic response complex, 1,500 milligrams. Arachidonic acid is first on the list. So this has an adaptive benefit to strength training because there's two prostaglandins in this, the PGE2 and the PGF2A in this particular ingredient, where one increases protein breakdown and the other one stimulates the increase of muscle protein synthesis. So it helps with the repair process in the body. This is also an ingredient of the body. It's an omega-6 fatty acid the body produces to help with inflammation, to resolve inflammation responses. But this has a catch to it. When we get into the what this thing delivers, I'll get into what you got to watch out for on this thing. And 1,500 milligrams for this whole complex here. We're getting right around probably the dosage that the studies, there was 2 studies on humans that actually performed well with strength increases and lean muscle mass after 8 weeks of taking it. And that was at 1,400 milligrams. So this is a 1,500 milligram complex. And with the way this thing hits, I believe we're right up in there at 1,400 or so, even though this is a mystery matrix. Then we have some grapefruit extract. Now, grapefruit extract helps with a diuretic effect, but it also has some flavonoids in it that actually help with the metabolism of certain ingredients. So this is kind of like a digestive, get ingredients working in your body type ingredient. Then we have black pepper extract, which is another digestive ingredient that's going to help with all this stuff kind of digesting in your stomach so it can get to work and get busy on you. So animal test, how did it do? First, I'm going to talk about who this is good for. So this is not ideal for somebody who's on a cut, somebody's trying to lose weight. They have other products that would be better for that, like M-Stack would be good for that. And that's actually what I'll be reviewing pretty soon. This is more for muscle gain. So this is a product that you take when your protein's high. You want to keep your protein up on this thing because of the fact that the arachidonic acid helps with that breakdown, increasing the breakdown and increasing the stimulation of muscle protein synthesis. So you want those amino acids to be floating around in your body. You want calories to be in. So you want to be running at least maintenance or above on this type of product. Do not try to run this in a cut. So getting that out of the way. What were the effects on this before I get into the things to watch out? So what I noticed on this thing, I'd say about a week and a half in, I started to notice that the tension, the strength within the tension that I could apply on lifts was stronger. So I was able to kind of push through and I felt stronger in the pulls. By the end of the product, did I feel like I gained like overall strength gains? I guess if I would have taken it further and I would have been eating more, possibly. I don't have any discount codes for this. Just give you guys the effects on this thing. Possibly. The other thing that this thing delivers is from the arachidonic acid, a good vasodilation hit. So you're going to get some blood flow, some ATP production, for your training. ARA is great for increasing blood flow. So it's going to actually enhance, if you're taking like a pump product of some kind, you're going to get that extra vasodilation, you're going to get that extra pump effect that goes along with that product. You're also going to get some lean gains on this. So the way they have this set up with controlling estrogen levels, with some of the phytoestrogens and some of the estrogen producing compounds in this thing, you and the grapefruit extract and the yohimbe extract, if you take the yohimbe extract after I explain the hit on this thing, you're going to notice, leanness. So calories are going to be up, but you're not going to be gaining. If you're really training like 5-6 days a week, you're not going to be gaining a lot. It's going to kind of help with keeping that off by mobilizing fatty acids, controlling estrogen levels, so forth and so on. Testosterone on this thing. I honestly did not get a big testosterone hit on this thing. So this, you would probably, if you wanted to stack something with this to make the test side of this thing better, you can stack their animal stack, which I did a review, put a card up on top, and that one's really light. So in my opinion, it's light. The other thing you can do is you can take like 20 milligrams of DHEA in the morning if you're over 30, and then about 10 milligrams, wait, what did I say? 20 milligrams of DHEA in the morning. I thought I said grams. And before you go to bed, progeninol, 10 milligrams of progeninol before you go to bed, and then you can throw in some LJ 100, 200 milligrams to 400 milligrams in the morning, along with either 600 to 1200 milligrams of Fidogia extract. Things that you got to watch out for on this. ARA has a response to a lot of people. I'd like to say 70% of the people out there. If you take this continuously for a week to 2 weeks, you're going to come up to a roadblock, which is going to be this soreness that's going to be there. Like, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is like, I feel like I've got that DOMS effect, like I haven't trained for a year. And it really, when it comes on, and if you continue with the arachidonic acid, this will really impede your training, because you will literally be freaking sore. I'm sure a few of you can leave comments out there about your effects on arachidonic acid when it comes to that. I respond that way about a week and a half. And then what you can do with that is, once the response comes on, don't take it any further. Take a day, take 2 days off, and then switch this up to only taking this after that response hit, to taking it on training days. And this way you can kind of go through, that'll last longer too, and you can go through for a longer period of time. So something to look out for if you take this. The yohimbe on this thing hits hard. I swear there's got to be 3 milligrams of yohimbe bark in this. Now this has a lot. Yohimbe bark is different than yohimbine, HCl, or alpha yo. This is a lot of alkaloids in it, and it hits differently. So it hangs. And what happens is you'll be hit like a little bit within an hour, maybe a half an hour. You will get benefits, but 2 hours afterwards, 3 hours afterwards, you may get the onset of some of the yohimbine and yohimbe sides and alpha yo sides that you might not be too comfortable. So my advice is, if you're sensitive to yohimbe or yohimbine or alpha yo, take the white pill, the full white pill out, and throw it away when you take this, and just go off the benefits of everything else in this. The other thing you can do is, if you're sensitive but you're not real sensitive, you can open up that white pill and pour half of it out and close the pill up and take half a dose. So I hope this helps. I was trying to give just as much information as I can on this product, because this could go either way. This can either work for someone, or it may not work for someone. It just all depends on what you're using it for, how long you're using it, and it could be too what you're stacking it with. So just throwing that out there. So this is my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Animal Test. We'll see you guys next time on the channel.